Welcome back, everybody. This is a curiosity of mine. I was reading on Wikipedia. The oldest written name is Kushim, believed to be the oldest name in the world, dating back around 3400 to 3000 BC. Could have been an accountant, or it could have been a title in ancient Sumerian tablets because they were talking about the accounting of barley and other goods. Hey, Liz, how are you?
Oh, great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Is there any energy there with Kushim or Kusim, or is it just a general office title?
Is there energy? What is Kushim? What is it? Kushim is the name of whatever this thing is.
Well, it says that it was believed to be an individual, a generic title, or an office holder, maybe an accountant back in that era.
No, that's not what this is.
Okay. What do you got?
I'm saying, what is this? What are you? It was a management system. So it's about controlling something. I feel like it has something to do with fishing.
Was like a mathematical symbol, like an accountant and accounting of different goods and services back then. So there's no real person named Kashim
Is there a
back
real
then.
person named
One
Kushim?
tablet shows Kashim providing 14,700 liters of barley to four officials for which they were properly discharged.
Um, so yeah, it's something like it's a system of counting, it's a system of ownership, it's a record of ownership, and who has ownership of what.
Okay, so it's more about like a governmental body
Mm.
or maybe a control system for
Yes,
organizing reporting, I guess.
yes, organizing reporting. It's like what belongs to who, and if you have one of these, it shows, that's proof that you own something.
Ah, all right. Well, I had some questions for Kashim. I don't know if we can bring it back to anyone else because they were all for him about accounting. Um, I guess he's not a real individual then.
Were there accountants back then? There were record keepers. There were definitely record keepers. They had to. This was like one of the earliest forms of a system of government.
Is there any way we could talk to any of the accountants from 5,000 years ago for really
Yeah,
riveting conversations?
yeah, of course. This was land ownership, and also I don't know why this fishing thing. Oftentimes it came back to something about fishing. Like certain areas you could fish, and you had control over those areas.
Did they travel to different city states or different areas, or were they just bound by the capital?
Did they travel? No, they didn't really travel too much, but obviously when there was a plentiful supply in a particular area, you didn't want everybody like coming in and taking all of the supply for the people of that land, right? So they would have people trying to encroach on that particular area. So this is like some sort of established ownership.
Did they have like strong ties to whatever ruling parties were there, or did they operate with autonomy? You know, if it was a kingship or a, a pharaoh, or I don't know what they had back then.
Did you have some sort of operating ties? There was a system of government, and did you have like a pharaoh? They had a king.
Was he a nice king, a beneficial king, or kind of a jerk?
Was he was he a nice king? No, he wasn't. He was ruled with an iron fist.
Uh, so is it an individual we're talking to, or is this like an accountant from the era?
It's just like the energy of the people that held these tablets.
Okay, so it's the like a library, maybe like an official. Um, and how do they feel that record keeping has changed since they started taking records of changes of ownership over the
So
last 5,000 years?
Kushim is the area, and it showed that you own this in this area.
All right.
How, what do you think about how, well, it's a much easier system now. Um, did anybody try to sort of rip off and make their own tablets a few times, but they would be put to death for lying?
Yeah, I see. I think we should bring that back.
Oh, God. Oh, there'd be nobody left in the world.
That's
Okay.
true. Kushim, Liz Cross, thank you so much for this conversation. And we'll try again with someone else from an earlier era again.
Well, you know what? This is really interesting, though. Look at it. It's that one of the oldest forms of record keeping, governmental record keeping. It's quite unique. So thank you for that.
We'll see you later, everybody.